Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in this series of Law of Torts, from my last two videos, we have started discussing everything about tortious liability. In the first video, we understood what is tortious liability, and in the second video, we understood what is damnum sine injuria. In this third video, we are going to understand what is injuria sine damnum along with meaning and lot of case laws. Not taking much of your time, let's get into the first slide. After our discussion on damnum sine injuria, now that we are moving towards injuria sine damnum. We now, by understanding 8 clear case laws as to what is damnum sine injuria, it becomes quite easy for us to understand what is injuria sine damnum. First thing first, let us try understand the term meaning of all the 3 Latin words there. Injuria here is injury or legal injury. Sine means without, and damnum here is damage. Sometimes it is also called as injuria sine damno. Okay. Now that means what? Injury without damage or violation of legal rights or the infringement of the legal rights or the breaching of the legal rights of another without causing any actual loss or damage, that is known as injuria sine damnum. Here what happens with the ingredients? Actual loss like any kind of monetary, that may be financial or economic loss, or loss of comfort, or loss of service, or loss of health, etc. If you look at, there is nothing such loss. Okay. But if you look at the legal loss, that is violation of someone's legal right or breaching of someone's legal rights or infringing the legal rights of someone, that is present. Okay, when it comes to legal loss, yes, it is there. And for such, where there is legal loss but no actual loss, in that case remedy will be available. Where there is violation of legal rights or infringement of legal rights or breach of legal rights, though they are not causing any harm or loss, the person who has experienced the infringement or violation or breach of his right will get remedy is what we need to understand from injuria sine damnum. Or to make it precise, an action of defendant not caused any loss to the plaintiff. When I say not caused any loss, that is financial or comfort or service or health, etc. Such kind of loss is not been caused, but there was violation or infringement of his legal right. In that case, liability arises and hence there will be remedy for the same. That is what you need to understand here. In damnum sine injuria, there is loss, but there is no violation of legal rights. Hence, there is no question of remedy. In injuria sine damnum, there is no loss as such, but there is infringement or violation of the rights of the plaintiff, and hence there will be remedy. That is all about injuria sine damnum. And to understand this very clearly, we have case laws from my next slide. What is the landmark judgment that we always discuss whenever we discuss the concept of damnum sine injuria? I'm sure you guys must be having a smile on your face now and saying Gloucester Grammar School case. Yes, it is such an important case law when it comes to damnum sine injuria. Likewise, whenever we discuss the concept of injuria sine damnum, the most important landmark judgment is Ashby versus White. The discussion of injuria sine damnum is not complete without discussing the case law of Ashby versus White. Now let's try understand what exactly happened in this particular case law. There was an election and Ashby was a voter and he came to vote, and White was the polling officer. He said to Ashby, "See, Mr. Ashby, your name is not there in the voter list, so you cannot vote." Now Ashby couldn't vote in that particular election, but whoever he wanted to vote, that person won the election. That's a different thing. But however, Ashby put a case against White. Now the argument from White was, yes, Ashby couldn't vote but later it was found that his name was there in the voter list. He was an eligible voter, but however, my action of not allowing him to vote hasn't caused him any loss because whoever he wanted to vote has won the election. That way, there is no loss to Ashby. That is what White argued. However, court said that yes, there was no loss as such, but voting was the legal right of Ashby and you have infringed his legal right of voting. And that is a tort and hence you need to pay compensation to Mr. Ashby, which is what held in this particular case law. Yes, as far as loss is concerned, there was no loss, but there is violation or infringement or breach of the legal right of Ashby, and as White has committed it, he has to pay compensation to Ashby is what held in this particular case law. I hope that is very clear. With that, I am taking you to another landmark judgment which is coming from India. Oh, hold on. Before we go to Indian case, there is one more case law, that is Mazity versus Williams. See, I am discussing these case laws based on the timelines. That is why this is coming second. But otherwise, the Indian case law is a very important judgment. We'll get in there. But before that, let us try understand what happened in Mazity versus Williams. What happened here? Mazity had a bank account in a particular bank and he had sufficient fund in his bank, and one day he gave a self check to the bank and asked him to pay. Now bank, without giving any reasonable reason, declined to pay him the amount. Okay, if bank had certain amount of reasons, that is good, but bank had no defined reason to say why they are not giving money to Mr. Mazity, and they declined to pay the money to Mazity. Now Mazity put a case against the bank and the court held that yes, there is violation of legal rights of Mazity. He had money in the bank and he gave the self check and he was supposed to get money, but the bank, without having any specific reason, has not given money to him. Now that has not caused any kind of loss to Mazity because there was no way he lost the money. His money is still safe in the bank, but there was uncomfort, etc. And it is a violation of his legal rights. He always had the right to withdraw the money, which is not allowed by the bank, which is violation of his legal rights done by the bank, and hence the bank has to pay the compensation. So that's what held in this particular case law. Bhim Singh versus State of Jammu and Kashmir is one of the landmark judgment as far as Injuria Sine Damnum is concerned. This is classic case of Injuria Sine Damnum and all the facts and the judgment is very interesting. What happened here? Bhim Singh was an MLA from Jammu and Kashmir and he was supposed to attend assembly session. But prior to the assembly session, there was false imprisonment by illegal detention of Bhim Singh and that caused him not attending the assembly session. See, what is the legal right of Bhim Singh as an MLA? He can attend the assembly session. That is his legal right. But because of the illegal detention and false imprisonment, he couldn't attend the assembly session. Now, he put a case against the police and the police argued that because he couldn't attend the assembly session, there was no loss to him. But however, court said Bhim Singh had the legal rights to attend the assembly session, but the act of police, that is illegal detention and false imprisonment, has injured the legal right of Bhim Singh, and though there was no loss to him as such, he will get the compensation because his legal rights were being violated and infringed by the police. And finally, it was Jammu and Kashmir Sarkar which gave 50,000 rupees compensation to the MLA. That case is a very interesting case law. The details are very interesting. You can go through the judgment. I have also mentioned what was held by Supreme Court in that particular case law. You can go through, and finally Jammu Kashmir government paid 50,000 rupees to Bhim Singh. So that's a classical case of Injuria Sine Damnum where there was no loss as such to Bhim Singh, but then his legal rights were being violated or infringed, and hence the government ended paying up the compensation to the MLA. That is what you need to understand from this particular case law, and with that this session comes to an end. And this is also the end for the third video, and in my next video we are understanding the last concept, that is Ubi Jus Ibi Remedium. That's for the next video, but for now I am ending this video here and handing over this presentation to Nishan.
Looks like somebody hasn't done homework. Now that's not a good thing. With that, I'm concluding this session. Please subscribe our channel. Please like, share and comment our videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.